y'all. Happy New Year. Okay, so I am combining New Year's Eve and New Year's Day video because I spent all day New Year's Eve cleaning. I did nothing but clean all day. But got all my laundry washed up, got all my floors mopped, and I got my kitchen cleaned up, and that needed it really bad. Oh my gosh, it was bad. I have a kitchen table, as you can see, because I'm putting in a clip here of the food I cooked for New Year's. I am still sick, still can't breathe, and it is really annoying, but I have spent today going through all of my whips from 2022, and there are probably even some from years before that have just, been brought over. So I have a stack of stuff that I'm going to frog and do something else with the yarn, because y'all, I have 21 whips. 21. That is a lot, and I've got to do something about it. I want my New Year's goal, not really resolution, but my New Year's goal, okay, is to get all of these whips finished, and I'm going to try to use up some of my yarn stash this year. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to buy any yarn, because that's just unrealistic. Of course I'm going to buy yarn. Somewhere along the way, I'm sure I will buy yarn. Not counting, I have my sock subscription and my DK Yarnable subscription, so that's relentless. I'm gonna buy yarn. But I am frogging some stuff that is just, I know I'm not gonna do it. So, but after going through everything and looking at everything, well, one of my whips is my Tunisian temperature blanket that I started, that is just an ongoing whip until I finish it, because it's the temperatures from the year that I was born, and I am not rushing myself on it, so it can be a whip for however long, it doesn't matter. So minus that whip, that puts me at 20 whips. So that means that I have 3 other Tunisian projects. I have 14 crochet projects and 3 knit projects going right now. So I am going to try to really focus on trying to get these whips done. I do have some plans for this year that I'm going to talk about, but first let's open the last 2 of the advent calendar. So for yesterday, December 31st, we have some more purple. There's a lot of purple in that one. Let's see. It says, "Only in darkness can light find its purpose." And it's from Omen of Stones by Casey L. Bond. Well, get in there. Okay, now, last one, y'all. All right, January 1st. It's like all purple almost. It's like a tonal. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. And it says, "We are all someone's monster." And that is from Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. That is pretty. Oh, I can't wait to finally decide what I'm going to make with this. I still haven't decided. I'll let y'all know when I do. Okay, so that is the end of Advent. All right, now 2023 plans. So I do kind of have like an announcement. I made a decision about my YouTube name and everywhere else too, possibly. I will be changing the name of my channel because I've went back and forth with myself about this for quite a while. I've even, put it on here, out to y'all to see what y'all thought that I should do. But because I have gotten away from just crochet for my channel, and now I'm knitting, and I do, show diamond painting sometimes, and hopefully I'm going to really try to get back into my cross stitching this year, maybe. So anyways, my channel is kind of growing craft wise. So I have decided that I'm going to change my name. It's not going to be Heather's Country Crochet anymore. I'm leaning more towards Heather's Country Crafting. So not much of a change, just a little. But I have so many different things that I do now. It just makes more sense to just make it crafting. That way it covers everything, and not just one niche, because I'm not just one niche anymore. I mean, with my yarn dyeing and everything that I have learned over the last 2 years, being on YouTube, well, just from watching YouTube and having my YouTube channel, in the last 2 years, because I started all of this, I started watching everybody's YouTube channels in 2020, during the pandemic. So, and then I started my channel in 2021. So, yeah, over the last 2 years, I've learned a lot. I've come a long way with my crafts. So, it just makes more sense to me. So, yeah, I will be Heather's Country Crafting from now on. I don't know when you're going to see it actually be changed on here. It just depends. This week is going to be a really busy week for me because I really want to get more organized with my projects and things also. Every time I do my videos, y'all see this. And so y'all don't really see the mess I have everywhere else. I try to keep it that way. Y'all don't need to see all that mess. Believe me, you don't want to. But I need to go through this closet over here where all of my scrap yarns are. And I think some more projects that need to be frogged probably. I hope I don't have whips in there that I missed. I'm liable to find some, y'all. I tell you. But, so I know that I have like completed projects in there, like blanket projects and stuff that just need a border. So, I mean, I'm not really considering them as whips, because borders don't take very long to do. So, yeah, or, a project that needs the ends woven in or something like that. I'm not really considering those as whips. They're just AFOs, almost FOs. So, yeah, I do have, things that I want to share with y'all, not like projects, but I have ideas that I want to share with y'all. I really have enjoyed last year. I knit and I crocheted and stuff like that, or I use my Centro machine, let me get it straight here, to make a lot of hats. I did crochet some hats, and I Tunisian some hats. I did some shawls, ponchos, blankets, things like that, dishcloths, things like that I donated to the homeless just a couple of weeks ago. So, and it was projects that I had done all throughout the year. And so I really enjoyed that. And so I'm going to be doing that again this year. And I have actually found 2 different places in my local town or whatever that helps the homeless. There's so many places that you can donate to now, but they don't actually give the items to the homeless. They will put them in a thrift store or somewhere like that for them to be sold. And that's not my goal here. That's not what I'm making my stuff for. I want it to be given to the homeless people who need them, who don't have the money to go in a store and buy stuff. And I finally found 2 places that does that. It took a little while and some research, but I finally found somewhere that does that. So, I have really enjoyed that, and, I will be doing that again this year. If you don't have a, place or anything like that you can donate to near you, and you would like to support this cause, my mailing address is in the description box of every single one of my videos. So if you would like to donate and participate with me in making items for the homeless, then feel free to send them to me, and I will put them in with the things that I make to donate at the end of the year. I will be going, let's see, I went the first week of December, I believe. It was the first week or second week of December this year to donate. So I will most likely, that seemed to be a good time to go and do my donations. So it'll probably be about the same time next year. So because y'all, financial stuff is getting worse and worse, and I mean, more and more people are homeless every day because of it. So, I mean, and I crocheted a lot, or made, not just crocheted, I made a lot of things for the homeless, but I'm pretty sure it didn't even put a dent in the amount of items that these people actually needed. But I am just grateful that I was able to do what I was able to do. So anyway, yeah. If you are interested in joining me to do that, if you have your own place to donate to, feel free to do that. If you would like to send items to me for me to donate to my places here, feel free to do that as well. So another thing for this year is I have decided to do a year-long crochet along. You can, most definitely use yarn out of your stash for this. It is going to be I'm calling it the Scrappy Square Blanket. So what it is going to be is it will be 1 square per month of a different stitch. I've went back and forth on this. I also, trying to decide if I wanted to go strictly crochet only or mix it up with some Tunisian or even possibly knit. But I know that everybody doesn't knit. Tunisian is a little more, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but I think I'm just going to keep it strictly crochet. But it will be a join as you go project, so that at the end of the year, in December, once you add your December square, then all that you'll have to do is put a border on, and it'll be a simple border, I'm sure. But so yeah, I'm thinking about like the second week of every month releasing the square. Like I said, it's just going to be a scrap project. You can use any of your scraps. It's going to be medium 4-weight. You can use any medium 4-weight yarn. So please join in. And I am also at the end of the year, after, well, it'll probably actually either be at the very, very end of the year or into the first of next year. But I'm going to do a giveaway for the people who decide to join in on the crochet along. And I'm going to have them like send me pictures of their finished blankets, and then I'm going to draw a winner from everybody who participates and do a giveaway. So that'll be at the end of the year. But anyways, so that is really a lot, I think, that I've got going on. Like I said, I want to try to get some of these whips knocked out of the way so that I can focus on stuff for the new year. A lot of these whips, y'all, are so close to being done too. I mean, they won't even take that long to finish if I can just sit down and knock them out. Now there's some of them that are going to take a while longer to do. But, yeah. So, we've got new name change, covered all my whips. We opened the Advents, and I have talked about the new plans for 2023 and the scrap blanket that we're going to be making as a crochet along. So, I think that's all for now. So, thank everybody for following along, or, you know, sticking with me through this Vlogmas thing. I think for my first time, I did pretty well. I know that I got behind a little bit at times, but I did try. So, you know, I think it went well for the first go around. So, but I thank y'all for sticking with me through it and everything. So, I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope y'all have all had a great Christmas and an awesome New Year's. And so I will let y'all go, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.